What's going on? This is your boy KQ KC Boxing Channel. This is a newly, highly decorative channel. Just been in existence at the end of his 4th month, going into his 5th month. And I'm doing the best I can, and I hope you enjoy this next video. And always remember, I'm new to this channel, but I am not new to boxing. So, now, what I want to talk about is the upcoming fight Saturday night. And we all know who that would be. And it's also powered by Premier Boxing Champion, who recently signed a 3-year deal with Showtime. Now, sure, there's stipulations on that, where you have to produce more fights. Now, I don't know if you have to, or it's in the contract, to produce more unification, but that would be wonderful. And it seems like if the fight goes on as planned, extra fights, many other fights, that somebody bound to mention unification, which in my mind is a great thing. So therefore, I would love to see unification fights. In particular, this is one of them. No. Not on the 8th, but whoever comes out the better man on the 8th. I would like to see a unification between the WBC and the IBF. Who holds the IBF? Earl the Truth Spence Jr. Who would he be going against? That's what I want to talk about. Now, I already made the video about Mikey Garcia. You know, it's not completely out the question, because he does have an IQ of boxing that's above none other. Not that many, put it that way. So, I want to break down, first of all, Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is an aggressive fighter. He's aggressive, come forward fighter. He will be aggressive and come forward all 12 rounds. He will try to work the body. He would like to walk you down and pin you against the ropes, and then work the body some more. Now, only question about that is why he never takes a step back, and that way he won't smother his work, which he have done many times. Just like when he had Keith Thurman against the ropes. He did the same thing. He worked the body, and that's it. But to the judges, it looks like he just got him pinned, and he just swinging. Just swinging, just throwing his arms up. Now, what was smart about Cal Brook and their fight, when he won and beat Shawn Porter for the IBF, Cal Brook held on to him when they got against the ropes. So he could not work, but maybe with one free hand, which really didn't do too much of a damage. Now, another thing. I keep saying this, I keep reiterating this subject, and I hope that people understand what I'm saying. Now, if you don't, I told you, I welcome all comments, positive or negative. Now, what I don't care for with Sean Porter, now, it might been working for him thus far. Maybe that's why he's not one of the pound for pound fighters. Maybe that's why he's not one of those fighters that you would love to emulate. No, he's one of those fan-friendly fighters. Yes, why? Because he always in shape. But as far as technique, he doesn't have that. You may not use a jab maybe 4 times over a 12-round fight. Now, you understand KQKC is exaggerating. Other words, what I'm trying to say is he haven't thrown that many jabs. Every trainer relate to their fighter, which every fighter knows. You always work behind the jab. The jab is pretty much to set up money. All right? It sets up the overhand right. It sets up the uppercut. The jab sets up other issues or other target of the body while he's focusing on the jab. See, when you focus on one thing and you see it as being repetitious, a punch getting thrown so many times, then you focus on that. But with the orthodox fighter, which is a left jab, you focus on that. Always. You look out for that. Always. Then, okay, it's time to change it up. Oh boy. Then guess what? Then he comes with the right, which he haven't paid attention to for the last 2 or 3 rounds. Now, it is a but in there, okay? Now, KQKC, always keep it straight. I told you all that. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change for financial gain. I'm not going to change for subscribers. I'm not going to change for likes. I'm not going to change for anyone. I'm going to tell it like it T.I. is. All right? Now, we talking boxing here this morning. Right? Because we have a outstanding fight that will be coming our way Saturday night. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes again. I do not like Sean Porter's technique. I just don't care for it. I said it over and over again. No disrespect to Porter fans. No disrespect to Kenny Porter. I mean, still his son is taking care of his ass. But still, I do not like the way he fight. Now, of course, the people in his camp probably employ that. They probably say, hey, let's see some more of that. Lead with your head, open your head up with the guard, Then there go potential headbutts. And sometimes the referee is in a wrong position to see the headbutts and call it what? A punch. And now they know all the tricks of the trade. Like I tell most casual boxing fans, that PEDs is not the only way to so-called cheat. I'm not going to call Porter a cheater because, when you boxing, the sweet science said when you ever have a chance to win, you go for it. So, Therefore, I don't like his style. And now he's came up to that age where you can't change the style now. That's what he does. That's who he is. That's what they coach. That's what they teach. And that's what they get. So, again, don't like the way he fight. Now, on the other hand, we got Danny Swift Garcia. Excuse for the delay. We got Swift Danny Garcia. Garcia. He has great balance. No problem with that. When you throw a punch, he's committed to that punch. I prefer that his eyes are open when he throw the punch and don't look like he's throwing it out of desperation. But someone should have caught that and corrected that in training. Now, you can't correct that in a fight. No, you can't. You have to deal with what you have. You have to be you in a fight. You cannot change Danny Garcia closing his eyes when he throw a punch. You just can't change that in one training camp. You just can't change that in one fight. So, therefore, if you're going to throw a punch, you focus on the eye, of course. And when Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia was fighting, Keith Thurman had the biggest blows and the more eye-catching blows. And what that means is that his eye-catching blows was very, very, very noticeable. Sure, Danny Garcia, he did counter a couple of times. Yes, he did with the left. Then Keith started moving to his left. So, therefore, that's how that fight is going to go. Now, my prediction, I would say, would be Sean Porter. Think about it. Sean Porter been in more rough, tough, lost the scar tissue on both ends fights. You know, so Danny Garcia been in one, and that was just a swollen eye, basically. And that wasn't no amateurs, Mr. Porter. That was Lucas Matisse. He retired now, and I wish him a lot of success in Argentina. I wish him and Marcos Maidana a lot of success. Now, one more thing. I think Danny Garcia should change trainers because he can be better than what he is now. He needs a lot of practice on his footwork because, sure, he can hop and move around, you know, hop real stiff, you know. If you watch the fight with Keith Thurman and him, go on the internet, you can see how the first 2 or 3 rounds between him and Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia is just trying to move, and you know, I think he was trying to clear his head up because he did get hit with a shot, but we don't know it. But Keith knew it because Keith went after him and threw an uppercut for good measure. So, my breakdown to this fight is Sean Porter once again. Now, do I predict a knockdown? No. Because you know why? Because both fighters will end up in the Hall of Fame. So, therefore, sometimes people will be reluctant to put the year they retire, because some people comes back. Why they come back? Because they did not invest their money correctly, or they had someone like the past Don King that probably got ripped off or this and that. But hey, he hired him a good lawyer. Most of these fighters hired them good lawyers, and they win, against these promoters. And I don't blame Earl. I don't blame Mikey. I don't blame Floyd, and so on and so on. I can promote my own self. I'm getting the big fights. This Mikey Garcia, which is true. He getting the money. He getting the big fights. He getting the fanfare. He has a whole country behind him, just like Canelo Alvarez. So, anyway, I just wanted to say my prediction to the fight. And whoa boy, each man will have something to prove. Now, what it is, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. You will find out sooner or later. So therefore, I just had to iterate my advice and my semi-expertise on the winner of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter unification fight on September the 8th. So, God bless you all. I hope both fighters come out very correctly, and most likely this will be the only only video I would do today, doing that this is a holiday, and I treat this as a hobby, and because I love boxing. So I also love my grandkids and children, which will be coming over and spending some time with me today as we do jerk chicken and stuff like that. So I want to keep rambling on or whatever, but KC Boxing Channel, if you like what you just heard, the prediction and the breakdown, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And also, hit the notification bell. You will get notified each and every time I upload a video. Now, one more thing. If you hit the like button, make sure you hit it like a pimp would hit a prostitute. Pimp slapped it. Now, I don't advocate women getting touched by any type of man. But I'm saying pimp slap it like you slapping Eddie Hearn. Well, this KC, and I'm out of here. Peace and love.